Hello, and welcome to the LOL Concepts demonstration of OpenTableOfChrist.org mobile platform. My name is Brian Stewart, and I am here to review this first draft of the website. I'm here on an iPhone here, and one of the key components of this redesign was to make this mobile first. And 95% of the population who use technology access it on a smart device. So that means that desktop sites are not as frequently used. So having a web presence that's built for this mobile platform is key. And this is what this was designed around. So I'm going to click this button here on my iPhone, which will bring up the site. You can just go to opentableofchrist.org/NEW. It will be in the email to view it on your own mobile device. Now, this first page is the index page, and some of the key features that were requested was that it was welcoming, gave information on where to worship and when to worship, and how to contact the church. You see this in a carousel feature where we have a welcome message. 5 seconds later, we have a message that says that worship is at Sunday at 9:50 a.m. and also contact us with a telephone number. Now, what you don't know on the surface by looking at this is that these are actually hyperlinks. If we click on the icon, we get a Google map which shows us where the church actually is. And from a mobile device, we're easily able to navigate there by clicking the navigate button. We can switch between train, walking, Uber, bicycle, whichever way. So this is very good, and it addresses that concern. Now, the second item is the telephone number. So if you're on a phone, when you click this telephone icon, you're presented with the ability to call right away. I think this is an important feature, but we don't have to have it in there. It's up to you. I'm going to cancel that for now. The next thing I'm going to show you is the menu. Now, if you notice in the upper left corner, there are 3 horizontal lines. This is a standard that for mobile platforms that shows the presence of a submenu. So when we click this, we're going to get a submenu. And you'll see that there's a couple of different parts here. The first is a search box at the top, which will allow us to put any text in and search for it. The middle part is the actual menu, which is highlighting the 4 areas plus 1 extra area. The first area is the home area, which you just saw. The second area is the reconciling congregation. The third is the missions. The fourth is education. And the last is an electronic way to give funds. You'll notice that beside missions and education, there's a vertical bar and a number and an arrow. That signifies that there are 8 additional submenus underneath missions, and likewise 5 additional submenus underneath education. On the bottom, you'll see social icons. We have email on the left, followed by Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Facebook and YouTube are in Stream Live service, which LOL Concepts also has a new platform to be able to help you do that. When you think about social connections for the church, you must also understand that they only work if they're updated frequently and regularly. If you're not going to have somebody that's available to update the various social networks, you might not want to consider using them. But understand also that they're very powerful. They can be used to network socially with people, also bring about attention to events that you might have at the church, and things of that nature. YouTube's a good area where you could obviously stream YouTube Live on the channel, but also you could archive any of the sermons you wish or special educational items you want to put out there for people to watch on the channel. Now, I'm going to take you through the search box and how to do that. Let's say that you have somebody that's interested in knitting. They're not sure that OpenTable has knitting. They can search for knitting. As you start to search, if that information is contained within the menus, it will show up. In this case, you see that mission and 1 is being displayed. This is indicating that there's actually one submenu under missions that matches what I've put in there. If I click on that, I see what that is, which is Knitting Circle. If I click on that, it will bring me to the information about Knitting Circle. Now, all of these items, for the most part, have very generic information in there. You'll need to look at what you want to have in these specific areas and let me know. It's best to have that information contained within a Microsoft Word document or a text document to easily transfer it from that to the website. Pictures can be sent in other ways, either attached to emails, or we can provide you an area where you could put them. Going back to the menu, what we're going to do is just clear that out and go back. Now I'll show you the reconciling congregation. Again, we have a very generic image here, some generic text. This is an area where you can put whatever you want in there. Now, looking at the submenus, if we click on the number, we will bring it into what is underneath that. In this case, Children's Ministry, Open Closet, Project Outreach, Mobile Loaves and Fishes, Orchard View Nursing Home, Healing Team, Knitting Circle, Liberian Children. These are areas that can be expanded or removed as needed. Same thing with education. We've got Bible study, worship service, Sunday school fellowship, and faith exploring class. Now I wanted to draw your attention to the give area. This is an area where another church that we service was looking at getting the ability of having donations and offerings available on a mobile platform. I've seen this as a use case where I've been at service and forgot my checkbook, didn't have cash in my wallet, so I couldn't put anything in the offering plate. If I had access to something like this, I could easily just go to the site and give via PayPal, major credit card, or debit card. And let me show you really quick how easy this is to use. When you go here, I have the initial offering set at $5. If somebody wants to give less, they can. All they have to do is simply click the reset button, and then they can add increments of $1 and $5. So if they want to give $3, they could just click the $1 button 3 times. If they wanted to give $8, they could click the $5 button, and that would be 8. They could go to 10, any way you want. So it's very easy to use. If you made a mistake, went too high, just click the reset button and start over. The $5 and the $1 increments allow virtually any denomination that you wish to donate to be easily entered. In this case, let's say that I want to give $1 and press the dollar button there, and they'll be brought to a PayPal account. This has my PayPal account in there as a demonstration. Obviously, if you'd like to use this feature, the church would need a PayPal account, and that can be all configured and set up by us to help you. I'm going to go back here. As you see, there are social media buttons. When you click the envelope icon, you're presented with a new email that they can send out. I'm going to cancel that and delete it. Twitter will go to a Twitter account if you have it. Twitter is an area of social media networking where you can type in short messages that go out. Everybody that is following your account will be notified of your message. Facebook, many people know Facebook, social media. You're able to very easily send information to the people that are liking your page. They will show up on their timelines. You can easily add them to events and create events. It's used quite extensively with lots of churches in the area. So it is a good option if you have the ability and time for somebody to be responsible for the social networking aspect of the church. And finally, YouTube, as mentioned before, this is an area where you can catalog your videos for sermons and special events and special talks and discussions, maybe special classes, things like that. YouTube also has YouTube Live, where these things can be streamed live and have live viewers and recorded for later viewing. But that is YouTube. So that concludes the demonstration of the site. Now it is up to you to have a look at it on your own device and provide feedback. I'd like it if I could get a single consolidated sheet back from the group so that I could put in the changes. Again, if you have text that you would like to be added, the best way to do that is to get that to me in a text document, Word document, or text document, plain text document, so it can be added. If you have images, we can work out a way to get those images and where you want to put them. I thank you for taking the time to having a look at this and look forward to the next meeting. Thank you and have a great day.